Hey, everybody. Okay, so I was just telling the girls something that I did earlier today when I was on my way home from getting my hairs did. I had an idea popping in my head, and I don't know about y'all, but when I get an idea in my head, I've got to get it down on paper or somehow get it down where I can. It's paper, my mouth to text or whatever. So I was sitting at a red light. I promise. I pulled up my notes section on my phone and clicked on that. And of course, it came out in all the big, great big heading letters, which you can tweak that and just push the record button and it will record everything you say. And of course, I'm going to have to go back in and tweak it because it doesn't understand text and slang. But if you've got an idea and you're one like me that like a squirrel, it's going to be gone in a heartbeat. Get that idea down. Use your notes section. You can use your voice memo section on your phone as well. And because I'll find, oh, I've got a great idea. I'll write that down in about, in just a couple of minutes. And guess what? By the time the couple of minutes comes, my idea of exactly what I wanted to say is gone. It's lost. And some of you may not struggle with trying to figure out what it is you want to say at times. It just kind of rolls off. Considering I was an English minor, you would never know it because I have a hard time being articulate at times. But anyway, so glad to see everybody tonight. It is Wednesday. It is the last Wednesday of the month. Sigh, next week is February the 1st. Now, we know December was kind of a slow month. We know January, I don't know about for y'all, but it's been better than December, but it's been a little slower than normal for me for January. Okay, what happens when we get to February? We get shorted a few days. So we're going to have to kind of be thinking from not only finishing out January, but how can we hit the ground running for February? And so we're going to talk about some ideas and things like that. But first thing I want you to do is I want you to write down 3 things you're grateful for. If you want to unmute or if you want to type it in. Okay, go ahead and go into your I ams. So we've talked about how I've had to shift my mindset and shift my way of thinking in some ways instead of, focusing on the books on my shelf that tell me I don't suck, moving into the things that I know that, hey, you're great at, da, 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 and so because of this mind shift, my I ams are coming in differently. They're not the let's cheer you up I ams. I swear, I think that thing can read my mind. The ones that are popping through are the ones that are pushing me and fueling me ahead of the game. This one just popped up as I was opening it. It says, I am proud of where I am, but I am still working towards growth. I'm proud of where I am. Be proud of where you are because you're further now than you were the day you clicked the promoter button. Some days it may not feel that way, but we're in the season of planting seeds. Oh, hang on. I'll share something with that in there, but go ahead and do your I ams. one of mine that came in earlier that says, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. Yes, it would be nice to be 80K. My highest rank to date is 40K, which I achieved, I think, 2 or 3 months, at random times. But I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be right now, because in order for me to move forward, I have to learn a whole lot more about me. And we all do. We have to learn about ourselves, what makes us tick, what kind of slows us down in our tracks, what fuels our fire and helps us move forward. We know it's our why, but there's a whole lot of other things that do that. So what I was listening to on my way home earlier today, it's the Leader in You. It's through Audible. It's 2 hours long. And there's like 2 chapters. I was listening to the ending of chapter. I've already listened to it once before, but I was listening to the ending of chapter 1 and the beginning of chapter 2. And oh, squirrel, shoot. What did he say? See, I should have just like stopped and wrote it down immediately what he said, but crap. I hate when this happens to me. But y'all, it truly does talk about how each and every single one of us is a leader. And he talked about how, you're planting the seeds within people to believe in themselves. Well, that all ties back to Circle Maker and Draw the Circle. My devotional, let's see, I get there a lot of times a little bit of the stories are kind of interchangeable, and so I will have read it in Circle Maker and then I'll read the devotional and I'm like, oh, I read that little section in Circle Maker already. But it talked about how when we plant the seeds, no matter the seeds of our dreams and things like that, they are just under the surface, but it takes a lot of prayers, it takes a lot of faith, and it takes that persistence in order for those seeds to grow. So we can't automatically, like when you plant a garden, some of your seeds are going to germinate and start growing faster than others. You may have people that you've made accounts for back in 2015, 2017, 2018. Those are the seeds that are still there. What is it that they need from us? They must need some more information. They must need to see more of how we live our life and that kind of a thing. Charlene, that Audible book is amazing. It's a Dale Carnegie book, The Leader in You. And once you listen to it, every single one of y'all on here, or any of you that are listening to it, the replay, you're going to realize, oh, guess what? I am a leader. Listening to that a few weeks ago helped me to realize, you know what? I really am a leader. I may be a leader of one person. That's fine. I may have 2. That's fine. But I'm a leader. And it just goes to show that each of us has those qualities, those capabilities. Those seeds from 2018 free accounts, they're going to happen. Are you emailing? And so that's one of the focuses I've had. There have been days that I have not gotten my emails done. And so rather than getting overwhelmed, take let's say you have 30 free accounts from 2016. Do 5 a day, 5 emails a day. Yes, I know we're still in January, but like I always used to tell my girls, how do you eat an elephant? 1 bite at a time. So click in to see where the year was that they they made their account, or you helped make their account for them. Just start with 5 people a day. Now, I have done the thing where you like blind copy before, and I guess I had screwed it up, and I had a lady go, why are you blind copying me on something? So I'm just going to take the time. I'll do 5 to 10 a day. Today I had the baby, so I didn't have time to do squat. But if I do 5 a day, by the end of February, surely I should be through everybody. And there's going to be some days when I'm going to have more time to do more. But if you haven't had that chance to email these people, and it doesn't have to be anything about Thrive related, just say, hey, we're starting, I know I'm a few weeks late. The year has started off kind of wild and crazy, just like the last couple of years. How's everything going? XYZ. And then these are the people that you can say, you know what, I know that everybody, you can even offer them Blast, the antioxidants, and just say, hey, I want to send you something. What's your address? You can send them some Blast to help with get the germs away, whatever you want to say. Tammy talked about that on Sunday night. And Sonia, no worries, girlfriend. I really thought maybe you were out there riding that Harley when I saw your picture earlier. I was like, holy crap, she's riding in the cold. And then I realized, no, you weren't riding in the cold yet. So one of the things I would love to be able to tell every single one of you on here is believe in you. And I know that your leader, who your direct upline is, believes in you. It's a matter of you believing in yourself, and you've got to find that from within. But once you listen to the leader in you, you're going to go, yeah, I got this. And you're going to realize, oh my gosh, I have put myself on the back burner as a leader, and I really and truly do have this. So I would love everybody to listen to it, and I would love to know what your thoughts are maybe next week if you get a chance. It's not like I'm giving you homework, but it will rock your world. Okay. All right. So let's go in and let's log in. We're going to check our rate of run. We've had our last auto ship for the month. Okay, I got to tell y'all something. I'm not superstitious. And this is going to tell y'all where my volume's been. My volume range is anywhere from 12 to 20,000. The other day, my volume, and this, I'm not superstitious, but my volume was 6666. Really? Okay. That wasn't, that was not staying. When I popped that up, and I'm like, I wanted to go, what the hell? You know, I'm like, no way. So fortunately, by the next morning, it was different. I was like, oh, thank God. So let's take your volume. We still have time
I had to jump on and place an order, Sandra.
Oh yeah, I know. It was like, whoo! I mean, what are the odds? All right, let's take your volume, divide it by 26. Today's the 26th of the month. What is that number? Yes, I have a solar powered calculator. Dadgum. Okay, you divide it by 26, take that number, multiply it by 31. Okay, what it's telling me my rate of run is still below 10,000. Okay, now y'all know my goal is 12. I'm gonna bust my butt to try to get there. This is with the month when the credit card bills are coming in for people from Christmas. And so we just have to face that sometimes January can be like that, but we're not going to let February grow grass underneath our feet without us. Yes, we always need to be adding people to your social media network. Instagram, I did a reel the other day, super simple reel of Reese and Grant holding hands in the back seat. It did not show their faces. It kind of caught the side of Grant's face. And I did the Toy Story song. I don't remember what the song was. And I had like over 4,000 views on it. And then I had all these new people following me. Of course, some of them were like creeper guys, and I blocked them. But there were a few people on there that I was like, oh, okay, they look like they're kind of cool. Clicked on them, and I'm like, okay, they're not necessarily like screaming network marketing, so to speak. And they just look like somebody I'd be friends with. And so I friend requested them. And so out of that, I think I've gotten 10 new friends just from that. And that's not everybody. So a reel doesn't have to be anything big and fancy. You don't have to show your face. I do find that it's easier for me to start with finding a reel that I want to do rather than going into TikTok and doing one over there. TikTok land, I still get lost, and I get to finding all kinds of videos for everybody else to do except for me. But I can take what I've done in reels and convert it to TikTok and throw it over into Facebook. All right, so excuse me. Okay. Emailing 5 people a day that are in your customer accounts. That's totally doable. Choose similar to the same message. They were talking today about the sandwich, like I talk about the positive, the information, and then finishing it out with why, that person is an asset and a friend to you or what have you. If it's somebody that you really know, if it's someone who's not somebody that you know really well that made an account and you don't know how they got your link or whatever, just say, I look forward to getting to meet, to getting to know you, that kind of a thing. And then the people who do have free accounts with you, like I said, some of these people you're going to be friends with on social media already, and some you're not. If you're not friends with some of these folks, go find them. Okay, I had an apple. I have a girl that made a free account and her name is Nikki something or other. Okay. So when I go to pull her name up on Facebook, there's like 10 people with that first name and last name. Guess what I'm going to do? I friend request all of them because I don't know which one it is. And surely out of 10, I'm going to get a new friend somewhere, right? Same thing. Okay. Building to what you've got, but taking with who you have and diving in and sharing with them that, hey, you're still in this. You're still in it to win it, so to speak. You're still in it to help others, and if you have difficulty wording things like I do sometimes, voice clip a friend and say, hey, this is what my gist is. Can you help me come up with some wording? I do that to Lisa all the time. I do it to Olivia, especially if I'm trying to target a younger mom. I asked my friend Pam Bernard in East Texas. She's like a whiz at this stuff. I swear she could like make a killing and come up with wording for people. So today we have Why Wednesday, Win It Wednesday, Wear It Wednesday, Water Wednesday. And they've got the promo going on right now about sharing your story. And like Tammy said the other night, you don't have to share all of your story in one big snippet. You can share it in little snippets. Has anybody shared anything yet that they've used the hashtag My Thrive Story? Or I think is what it was. Okay, why not? That's what I'm getting ready to do before I go to bed tonight. So that's what I'm going to need y'all to go in there and hop on it and give it a little bit of love. I thought of something today when I was getting my hair colored and I was like, okay, there's part of it right there. I can do just a snippet of my story, and it came from the most least likely place. You can take every single part of your story, divide it out, and share it in different ways. And it's not like blowing everybody up with your Thrive story, that kind of a thing. Let me look really quick and see what that hashtag is. Lisa, have you done Wear It Wednesday yet with the slip?
No, I have not. I did. My Wellness Wednesday tip was today when I was on the treadmill at Planet Fitness. I just did a boomerang down to my feet and back up, and just my Wellness Wednesday tip was move your body.
Were you still moving on the treadmill when you did that?
I was.
Oh, honey, I'd have been flying backwards and falling off. Okay, I was going to look something up for y'all. Part of my post
was the hashtag.
Do what, dear?
It was the hashtag.
Oh, thank you. I did something the other day and Lisa sends me back a message that says squirrel. Okay. Yeah. When your child is diagnosed with ADHD, they say that it's hereditary. And so when one of ours was diagnosed, Charlie looked at me and I went, what? Okay. So you use the hashtag My Thrive Story. You can do as many videos as you would like. Oh, it's a video. I thought that it was just a post. Shoot. Okay. I may have to go live, but I think I may do it in my stories to let it go over a couple of clips and stuff. So yeah, I'll use the hashtag there because I originally wanted to do it live, but I was driving and I couldn't do it live while I was driving because people would yell at me. Yeah, okay, it's got to be an actual video. But if you've never been one who's shared your story before on social media, you don't have to necessarily go live in order to share it. Share your story and those snippets and so forth, and do still the hashtag My Thrive Story, because you're still going to get that piece out there. It may not be eligible for that contest, but if that's something that you kind of have been reluctant to do, this is a great way to do it. We still have the promo going from the 24th through next Monday, where they are putting the $25 in preloaded credits into your account. The people that have never ordered from you that are in your network right now, these are people that you can even say, hey, I know we haven't been able to make it happen yet. Life has been crazy. Life has been wild. They are putting $25 of preloaded credits into new accounts. Would you like to, you can word it however you want to, but the gist is, utilize maybe a significant other's email in order to get those $25. I can help you get $25 off your first month. Are you interested? Just leave it at that. The question, just say, hey, we haven't been able to make it happen yet, but there's all kinds of things going on. We're all living in the middle of a pandemic. If I could help you and save you $25, would you want the info? That would work. Now, granted, they themselves are not going to get the $25, but if you can talk them into putting their spouse underneath them, because that's going to help them starting to thrive for free. But anytime you can get $25 into their account to begin with, that's huge. That $25 was the difference of whether I could order my Thrive or not 6.5 years ago. If you're sitting on a little bit of, money of some sort, you can also offer to rebate them their shipping back. It's up to, whatever you want to do. You don't have to give them the farm. But what are some other ways that you're thinking of that you could utilize this promo with the $25 in credits, or in messaging your current customer accounts, the ones who have not ordered or even the ones who have?
Isn't the promo for the being in the oh gosh, I sound like you, Sandra, which is not a bad thing. The 10% off and free shipping, isn't that still from corporate?
It is, and that's with the code USA Today.
Oh, that's right. See, that's what I couldn't think of.
Yeah, that one is still going on, and you can. Courtney said the other day that you can incorporate both the USA Today code and this $25 in credits on new accounts. It will, however, take off the free shipping from that USA Today, but it will give them the 10% off. And then you've got the $25 in credits. And so, you do the math off of 10% off of $150, that's $15. 25 and 15, that's $40, saving somebody some money. Well, $40 is $40. That's almost a whole box of, that's a box of mix. So they're basically not only getting one box of mix for free, they could get basically the second box of mix for free. And they're just paying for the capsules and their DFTs. And then, you could offer to rebate their shipping. But this is where, you may think, okay, a $150 order, but you know what, y'all, those add up. And the guy today, he was talking about whenever you've got a goal, you've got to set those little incremental goals. It's those little $150 3 steps of nutrition that get you to where you have that potential goal that you want. We can't just automatically leap to the top of the ladder. And so, I'll be glad to help somebody with their $150 order. I want to help somebody save $40. This is where, for someone who's already thriving with you, say, hey, I know that you're loving your Thrive experience. There's a promo going on right now. Do you are you thinking of people already in your life that should be thriving with you? And then, you can say, there's a great, something along the lines of, there's a great promo for them. Always end it with the question mark. But usually if it's a wife, they definitely already want the spouse to thrive with them, or maybe a sister, that kind of a thing. And then, unless I go look for it, I'm not seeing the Vibin' and Thriving team customer page lately. It's not popping up in my feed. I have to go hunt for it. But that one is something huge to utilize. And if you go onto your computer, if you have a computer, I have discovered that there are certain times that it will kind of like reset your names. So even if you've already invited these people, after a certain time, if they haven't accepted it, like on mine, it like resets the names and lets me like re-invite them. I'm not sure why, but take a look also at the invites that you have done that you can still see in there, and you can send them a reminder. I've been able to do that through my phone. So a lot of these things that I'm mentioning, they will take you all of maybe not even 5 minutes. And it's those 5 minutes of incremental activities that do begin to add up. And it's all of those 5-minute incremental activities that help feed into your IPA. Income producing activities. I've got my list of 20 IPAs, actually I have 26. Now there's no way in God's green earth that I do all 26 in one day. But if you've got your list of like your 20 plus IPA ideas that you tend to try to do, or, you know, what have you, what are some of your favorites? You can unmute. What are some of your favorites that you love to do?
What was the question? One more time.
Okay, so, you know, I have my list of 20 IPA activities that I could possibly do. Now, there's no way I would do all of them in a given day at all, but I'm curious because I know everybody's list is going to be just a little different, but I'm just curious to know, like, what's one of them on your list? It's like your absolute favorite thing to do on your list of IPAs that you do. Let's say your reach out,
Birthdays.
something like that.
Birthdays. Because the
Birthdays.
names are there. Yeah, super easy.
Okay, Sonia, you need to come do my birthdays, girl. I still
I was
hate
gonna say
birthdays.
reach outs. Yeah, because you're communicating with people.
Exactly. And then do y'all tend to use your voice in voice clips in Messenger? You don't, Lisa?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna encourage y'all, because I always do voice clips in Messenger, and especially for birthdays, that's how I can eat the frog first. If I go in Messenger and I do them verbally, I can get through them a lot faster. Now, if it's somebody who's really super special to me, then I will go onto their wall and I will write a happy birthday thing and put a couple of my favorite little graphics. But typically for my birthdays, I will go into Messenger, and y'all, I kid you not, within 10-15 minutes, nearly every single time, almost every single person responds back. Use your
I have a
voice.
tendency to get crickets when I do a voice message for birthdays. Like
Interesting.
there's nothing.
Okay. Do you get a response? Do you get a response when you do it on their wall?
Sometimes, yes.
Okay, sometimes yes. Maybe it just depends on who the person is. You know, there may be a couple people that I don't really know that well that I might not, but 9 out of 10, I'm doing a voice clip. And people need to hear your voice, you know, which
I have
Sonia,
also found that some people don't even know to look in Messenger, and because I'll go in to wish them a happy birthday this year, and I'll look and they've never even opened up the one, they've never even looked at the one I did last year. So I move over to their wall to
bingo.
wish them a happy birthday.
Yeah, bingo. And I do like doing a birthday reach out. If I'm going to do it on their wall, I would rather do it the day before their birthday than the day after. I know some people do one or the other. And the reason, I mean, I kind of got behind and I did have to do the day after, but for me, it makes it look like they're a second thought to me if I do it the day after. So I prefer to do it the day before, but maybe that's my little Southern, oh, I don't want to hurt somebody's feelings kind of a thing. And Tammy, you can type if you can. What's your favorite thing on your IPA list to do? She may be taking care of somebody, kiddos right now, or cooking. I don't know. She may be away from her phone. Okay, what is something that is on your list that you just makes you cringe and you don't like doing it? And so it ends up being one of the very last things you would consider doing that you put on the back burner. Okay, so Tammy, are you saying birthdays is your favorite or birthdays is your least favorite? Go ahead. Your favorite. Okay. Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. What's y'all's least favorite to do? Because we're going to rip the Band-Aid off. Lisa's typing. Y'all can unmute if you want. Okay. Charlene says she doesn't really have a least favorite. Okay. Awesome. Follow-ups can be hard for me, especially if they said at some point they wanted to know about Thrive and then nothing. That's where for the follow-up, Sonia, if they wanted to know about Thrive and then it's crickets, just going in there and seeing what's kind of going on in their life in pictures, and then go to Messenger and go, oh my gosh, I saw your pictures from such and such vacation. That looks like the most amazing place to go. What was your, what was your favorite part? I don't know. You can just, always end it with a question, but make your next follow-up nothing Thrive related. I saw a lady last night at the Y that was at our local last week that I gave a 3-day sample pack to, and I'd messaged her a couple of times. And then, so last night when I ran into her, I knew where she was sitting with the sample a couple of days ago. So I didn't bring it up last night. I was like, oh my gosh, girlfriend, look, I ran into you, that kind of thing. Didn't even talk about it. So there's going to be times that you can just tell it's time to go on to a different subject, but I can guarantee you they're still watching you. They're still watching. Follow-ups are hard for me too. I've had people unfriend me after follow-ups. Interesting. Even after you message them something about not Thrive related. Then you know what, Tammy? That is their own dang flipping fault. They are missing out. That must be, if it's somebody who was a good friend and they unfriended you, then they may not have been as good a friend as what we thought they were. And here's where I think about follow-ups with this. Y'all, we don't even have to talk about what the last 2 years have been like. Okay. March 12th is coming up on the date of when all hell broke loose. It's about just sending a message of caring. That's all it is. Doesn't have to have an underlying, alternative modem or motive or whatever. It's just checking on people right now. People need to be checked on. Teachers are struggling terribly. Nurses, doctors, every single profession that I know of, they're struggling. And that can even be just the gist of your message. Hey, Gunner's coming. That can be just the gist of your message. Hey, I know the last couple of years have been a crazy, wild struggle. Is there anything I can do to, is there anything I can pray for you for? And if they unfriend you after that, then so be it. Those aren't people that you wanted in your network anyway. Those weren't people you wanted in your friends list anyway. Does it hurt? Yeah. Is it hard? Yeah. But you know what? Just by being kind and popping in there, if people do that, then yeah, shame on them. Oh, Lisa, I missed yours. Okay, Charlene, what she said, okay, about Charlene's agreeing with Sonia. So I kind of gave a couple of ideas there. And Lisa, finding new friends on social media. Lisa, you have some good ideas for Reels and Instagram. And I don't know, I haven't seen one lately, but you may have done them and you're just not popping up. Okay, there's a TikTok that I sent to Courtney the other day, but Lisa, you could change it up and you could do it as a reel. I could totally see you do this. And girlfriend, this lady's like putting on her coat and she goes, I just got a phone call from the police. They told me they found my husband's body, but it's not where I put it. Okay. Oh, I'll have to answer that in a second. So Lisa, I could totally see you doing that, but go back to some of your other reels that you've done and see the people who have viewed it And you can go just you can just go follow some of those people. And that's where you can add to that. And then, do some kind of a fun new reel. I'm still friending people and following people from the reel I did with Grant and Reese the other day, holding hands. And I have an idea for what I'm going to do next week, but I need one I'm going to do in the interim. I'm not going to do one every single day and just pull something out of my booty that doesn't make any sense. Because some of them I have seen, and I think y'all will agree, have gotten ridiculously stupid. Make it truly something funny or meaningful in some ways. I mean, some of this stuff I'm like, okay, y'all just need to get a load off. Yeah. Lisa, you're going to do the one about the lady killing the cockroach. I know you. Okay, we've got just a couple of minutes before it cuts us off. Oh, we have 1 minute left. Okay, unmute. And if you have an idea of how you go make friends on Facebook, throw it out there really quick. We got less than a minute.
Groups.
Groups. Okay.
It's huge, man.
Okay. Do you work your groups a lot?
Do I work my groups a lot? Yeah, it depends on the day.
Okay.
But I'm in several Jeep groups and just a couple of dog groups.
Okay.
And the dog groups actually come about because when I had lost two of my dogs for more than a month, and I made actual friends that we go out to dinner and things like that now through that. But yeah, they've just been without them. I wouldn't have. I started actually focusing on my network in August of 2020, believe it or not.
Okay.
And